Hello, my friends. My name is Sana. Welcome to my channel, Mrs. Perfectly Imperfect Keto, where being perfect is overrated and being imperfect is appreciated. I know you're looking at the title of this video and you are thinking that this is all about incorporating other ways to elevate your weight loss in terms of a way of eating or possibly a form of exercise. This video is about incorporating different forms of self-care and self-love in your weight loss journey that does not include tracking your foods, having to incorporate other exercises, or different ways of eating. So think back to when you first started your weight loss journey. Either it possibly could have been you no longer liked the image you saw in the mirror one day. You got to the point where you were tired of being sick and tired. It could have been possibly a doctor's visit. Possibly there was a medical diagnosis that gave you a wake-up call, or that kind of put the fuel under the fire and kind of set off that spark inside you to make changes. Maybe it was possibly your family, your children. You're wanting to see their milestones happen within their life, whether that is to see them get married, have them become parents and be able to enjoy those memories of you yourself becoming grandparents and enjoying memories with your grandchildren. So those are a lot of different whys for why you could have started your weight loss journey. So I want you all to think back to that time period of exactly what set off that light bulb or what set that spark within you. You could have done research, of course. You could have done research on either, keto, low carb, the proper human diet, carnivore, but truly the root of why you stay consistent, the root of why still yet you're continuing to work on yourself, you're continuing to do research, is a form of self-love and self-care. You are now not putting yourself to the back of the line as far as whatever my needs are, they'll happen in time. Let me take care of either my family, whether that is your kids, whether it is your spouse, your, partner in life. You always put yourself last. This is something all of us do. It does not matter what gender you are, whether you are female, male, some form of another, we put ourselves second. As a male, you can simply go to work every single day, regardless if you have a laborious job. Laborious can be in different ways. It can be in the form of a hands-on laborious job, but then a laborious job can also be something that is very mentally strenuous. And it could also be a combination of the both. So, if you are the sole provider in a house, you're having to kind of put yourself out there mentally, physically, and emotionally, being the sole breadwinner for your household. So when you come home, you can simply kind of take care of, what your bare minimums are to, if that's a routine of showering and then having your dinner and then probably being so exhausted that you just kind of slouch on the couch or on the bed and watch some TV until you fall asleep to get prepared to kind of do the same routine day after day all over again, to the point where time with your family is reserved for whatever your day off is, whether that be Saturday or Sunday. And then it's kind of, not having that time to really self-care and to take care of yourself other than whatever way of eating or weight loss journey that you have assigned for yourself. So this video is simply about making sure you're incorporating other forms of self-care and self-love. So it could be as also a caretaker, whether you're caretaking for your children as a woman or a man, whether you are basically, in my case, a mother that homeschools her children, also taking care of the house, the cooking, cleaning. So you definitely have to make sure that, yes, of course, you're taking care of whatever is priority within your household or your family, but you have to reserve some time for yourself, because that should be our ultimate goal. When we did research and when we made the promise and the commitment to ourselves that we were going to take up whatever way of eating, whatever exercise routine we've done for ourselves, we also have to make the commitment to elevate that self-care and that self-love and that self-commitment we made to ourselves. Even if it's giving yourself 15 minutes, optimally, it would be amazing if you could allow 30 minutes for yourself. But even if, you have to do the bare minimum of 15 minutes, that is still 15 minutes that's going to add up every single day. You might be saying to yourself, maybe spending time with your children or your spouse or your partner, you're figuring, oh, well, that's going to bring me joy. Do something on your own. Have this be something that is truly a self-care, a self-love, something therapeutic you are doing on your own. So some ideas would be, you can do, obviously, self-discovery of what would best fit your self-care or self-love that you're going to commit part of your weight loss journey. And, you can change it up a little bit. You can reserve certain things for certain days. You can also say, you know what, I'm going to start off with this. I'm going to do it for a week. So say you start one of these self-care, self-love routines, and you start on a Sunday, and you say, you know what, I'm going to go from Sunday until Saturday. Let me see if this brings me joy. Is this something that I'm incorporating that I'm really emotionally and mentally feeling good about? Then you probably found what form of self-love or self-care you're able to elevate your weight loss journey. So getting into the ideas. So one thing could be journaling. You can journal about whatever you want to journal about, whatever is going to bring you joy. You can journal about things positive that are going on in your life, in your weight loss journey. It could be anything. You can journal and write poetry if that's something that's going to bring you happiness and bring you joy. You can, if you're artistic, you can draw. If you find, and this is kind of getting back to things that brought us joy in our adolescence, is coloring. Coloring is very therapeutic. It's become a huge thing now, so it's kind of like a full 360 where things come back from our childhood into our adulthood, because there is now adult coloring books where the graphics are things that would attract to the adult age group, and it would bring you so much therapy to just kind of do, say for instance, after dinner you reserve 30 minutes for yourself and just sit there by yourself and color. You can put earplugs in, listen to some music as you're doing that. That way you are tuned off from everything. You don't have the TV on. You don't have children coming and asking you for anything. And don't be afraid to tell your children, because think of it this way: you are not depriving your children of what their need is. Children, certainly, and trust me, you might be saying, Sana, this is easier said than done, but I have a child, youngest, that just turned 6. And if I tell him, listen, mommy just needs a little bit of time. I have to work on something, that whatever you need, don't forget what it is, that as soon as I'm done, I am yours. I am available to you. And it's good because you're also teaching your children that when they become adults, they need to also have those sessions of self-care and self-love. And it's also teaching them to set boundaries, because we cannot be full speed all the time. Everyone gets burnt out mentally, emotionally, and physically. Also, you need to make sure that you are not basically burning yourself out and going around, whether it's in the form of work, whether it's in the form of caring for your house, whether it's in the form of caring your children. You cannot be, so to speak, going around like a chicken with its head cut off. You have to make sure that you are able to approach, whether it is taking care of your children, your house, your job. It's only going to make you, if you're working on one of these ideas, if you're incorporating it, you are going to see a lot of improvement in yourself with whatever task you have to do. You're going to be able to approach it a lot more calmly. You're going to be able to feel that your spirit, that mentally and emotionally and physically, you're going to feel a lot more lighter, more positive. So getting back to these ideas, another would be reading. I am a huge bookworm. When I was younger, I used to literally read a book a day. From a very young age, my mother, she knew as soon as the Scholastic Book Fair came to our school, she was prepared that there would be a list of books that I was going to order, and I was going to basically become like a hermit in my room and be glued to those books, because that was just really my thing from a very young age. And it's definitely something that I also incorporate into my adulthood. And you know, this is also something that you can make a plan for yourself if you do like reading, because I definitely feel like anyone is capable of finding a love for reading. You just need to find the genre or the category of books that attracts to you, whether, you know, that be fictionary, non-fictionary, whether it be like a mystery book, drama, romance. There's endless possibilities. And we're fortunate that we have a public library system. For the most part, it's free to get a library card. I know there are some states that charge like a minimal fee. It's nothing, you know, that's going to break the bank, but you have endless options, you know, especially everything is electronic these days. So you have so many electronic options also when it comes to your audiobooks. You can actually listen to the story being read to you. You have actual virtual access to reading the book, that you don't have to go to the library and get the hard copy and loan it. So there's endless possibilities when it comes to reading. What I like to do when I'm going to read, I try to kind of set a goal for myself. I try to make it something realistic. So if you are a very avid reader, you can possibly do 3 to 4 books in a month, you can set that goal for yourself. Or you can make sure that you're possibly, if you're not that much of an avid reader and you're just starting off, start with 1 or 2 books and set that as goal for yourself. What I like to do is I like to make a list. That way I'm keeping track of the books that I read, the date that I started the book, the date that I ended reading that book, and how many pages was the overall book. That way you're able to kind of see how long it's taking yourself to read throughout. You're kind of gauging what your speed is. That way, as you go on with a book goal, you know kind of what your average is, and if you're able to increase from that 1 to 2 books and increase it to accomplishing a larger goal of reading 3 to 4 books in a month. So that is another idea as far as taking up reading. The other ideas would be, they kind of intertwine with one another. So one would be yoga, which is therapeutic for the body overall when it comes to your mind, your emotions, as well as the physical aspect. So for the most part, I know a lot of people like to watch yoga videos because they like to be able to follow an instructor, and it also helps them remember exactly how they should be doing their yoga stances. So it is something really therapeutic when it comes to mentally, because you are basically in a form of just like a quiet moment with yourself and that video playing. You are, very focused and engaged on the instructor and following every single move. And it's something that's kind of giving you, which is tying into this next idea, which would be meditation. It's also a form of meditation because you are listening to the instructor, you are watching the instructor, you don't have anything else going on in that moment. It is complete peace with just you and that instructor. But when it comes to meditation, you can certainly take things to the next level and completely just go into a meditated stance and give yourself, whether 10 minutes is a very long time. Any of you, I definitely challenge any of you, start a timer and set it for 10 minutes, and you will see how long 10 minutes really is. And then if you do 10 minutes every single day of just meditated time that you commit to yourself, each day 10 minutes is a long time, and then adding 10 minutes, doing it throughout the week, it's going to definitely add up. So the other idea, and I put this one last because it is something that is going to also contribute to your weight loss journey, but I like to set a step goal for myself. So personally for myself, I starting the beginning of January, because that's when I started my triple B and E journey, but I also made a commitment to myself that I was going to make sure to have 10,000 steps per day, if not more. But the minimum I was going to challenge myself to was 10,000 steps. If you are not someone that is a walker or a runner, you can start off at a smaller goal. You can start off with like 5,000 steps a day and then increase from there. So that would be definitely another way that is going to be therapeutic to you, because you don't have to be a runner. Walk. Simply just walk. If it is a matter of when you come home from work, before you prepare dinner for your family, or before you sit down and eat with your family, tell them, I'm going to go for a walk and I'll be right back. Go for a walk around your neighborhood. Put headphones on if you want. If you're not in a high traffic area and putting headphones on is not going to be a danger or a hazard, put headphones on. or, do it like me. I just kind of put just one earbud in. That way you have one ear that is able to listen for whatever, if someone's approaching you, if there's a car coming, you have one ear that is bare and able to kind of listen to your surrounding. But then, listen to some music that you would enjoy listening to. That's going to bring you peace. That's going to be therapeutic for you. You might be thinking to yourself, oh, well, you know what? I'm going to go for a walk and I'm going to listen to YouTube videos. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate everyone that listens to my videos. I'm sure the other YouTubers out there appreciate the support. But have this be time you are truly disconnecting. You want this to be something that is going to be something that's going to be therapeutic for you. And it's going to be a time, as I said, that's going to be self-love and self-care. So have it a moment where you are disconnecting from everything and it's just you with the pavement. It's you connecting with yourself while you're walking. And it's you that is connecting in the sense of peacefulness, listening to whatever music you enjoy. So I hope this video helps some of you, because our optimal goal is definitely overall better health. And I feel it's really important to not just see ourselves setting that goal being the number on the scale that we're going to be happy with, the image or reflection that we are looking back at in the mirror. I think it should also be how we're feeling mentally, emotionally, as well as the physical component. So I think it's important to elevate your weight loss journey to incorporate other forms of self-care and self-love. So I hope this video helps you all. It's definitely things that I'm incorporating for myself when it comes to 10,000 steps per day, as well as setting a book monthly challenge for myself. So as I end all other videos, I want you all to remember that something might have gone imperfect in your day, but just please remember that your goals and your dreams, they do not have limits. Make sure to show yourself some grace, and let's continue to just go onward and upward in our journey, my friends. I appreciate you all. I would appreciate if you can give this video a thumbs up, go ahead and like and subscribe. And when you subscribe, make sure you also select all. That way you're able to get all notifications for my videos coming up. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, my friends.